Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Misano World Circuit Marco Simoncelli, the venue for round 17 of the MotoGP World Championship. And just as you join us, the rain is starting to fall again. Conditions could not be any more different than from the last time we were here 1 month ago for round 15 of the World Championship, but it has provided a little bit of drama, even though we've not seen qualifying or the race take place just yet. Free practice 3 earlier. If you didn't see it, you missed a corker, because the two men vying to become world champion in 2021 will both, for the first time this year, have to fight it out of Q1 later. Francesco Bagnaia, of course, riding for the Ducati Lenovo team. He just missed out in the closing moments, despite a whole host of other Ducatis making it in. It was a Pramac Racing 1-2, Jorge Martin, Johan Zarco up at the top end, as was Jack Miller as well, but Bagnaia, unfortunately, outside of the top 10, as was Fabio Quartararo, the World Championship leader as well. So we wanted a little bit of drama this weekend. It's hashtag match point, and we've already had some, and it's not even time for qualifying. What more could you want from MotoGP? The good news is, here on Inside the Paddock Live with me, Jack Appleyard, we're going to catch up for a man right in amongst it all. Factory Yamaha team boss Maio Meregali. We saw him in the box earlier, looking rather pensive alongside the technical director Sumi-san. I'm sure they were hoping for a little bit better than what they've seen. But we all know about Fabio's struggles in these wet weather conditions. Speaking to him yesterday, he did say if it was full wet, which it is, he was going to be okay. It was those mixed conditions where we'll struggle, but despite the full weather, it looks like we have struggled. We have a VIP here as well this weekend as well. It's great to see Khaby Lame here. He's just over the right-hand shoulder here, if you don't know who he is. Of course, TikTok's finest. Khaby, welcome to MotoGP. Great to see you. There we go, of course. Good to see you here. One of many guests here, so there you go. A little bit of social media star. I think he's got nearly 150 million followers. Talking about Khaby Lame, Maio.
He just left the garage.
Do you have TikTok?
No.
No? Are you going to download it now you've met him?
I don't know.
Maybe.
The age is different.
Yeah. You have other concerns this weekend rather than TikTok.
Yes, exactly.
It's match point. Are you feeling the pressure? Fabio said, oh, it's like a normal weekend. What about you in the box?
Yeah, for sure we are just dealing this weekend as we are used to do. Trying to put together the best packages possible for tomorrow race. I think Fabio already managed very well the GP in the States, where he understood himself when was the moment to leave Mark to go away, and he managed all the riders behind him. I think here, if the circumstance will be good, dry, maybe he can even take some risk. Yep. But not that big.
Of course, he's into Q1 for the first time this season, but did it sort of bring a little smile to your face when you saw that Pecco was going to be joining him there as well?
Yeah, you know, he's not. I don't have the translation. Anyway, it's for sure it's better.
Yeah.
That is not where we want it to be. But if Pecco is joining us, the Q2 is not that bad. For us, it will be very important that the track will get dry, and as you can imagine, and we need to start the race as much as in front as possible. And if it will be dry, I think we have a big possibility. If it will be half and half, like yesterday afternoon, for us are the circumstances where we suffer for the most. So we have to pray for fully wet or fully dry. And
right now is not the best situation because it stopped raining here in Misano, qualifying 2 hours away. So I'm sure you're hoping that suddenly we have a little bit of rain here. Otherwise, we could have those half and half circumstances that Fabio described yesterday as a disaster situation. He just does not understand what the issue is. I mean, having spoken last night, have you made any progress?
Yeah, you know, it's a problem that we faced already many times, also back in the years. And here yesterday, all the Yamaha riders complain about the same feeling. So it's not a thing that we can solve during the race weekend. For sure, yesterday we try, as always, to try to understand which was the cause, but it's very difficult to understand. We see and how the bike behave. We can really believe the feeling that the rider has, but to fix this problem, for sure, it will take time. And also, we don't have this kind of situation often, so we have to deal when they come. Maybe it's better that we don't have this situation often, but anyway, we will figure it out, but it will take time.
And just finally, you could be MotoGP World Champion in just 24 hours' time. Have you thought about that, what it might feel like?
Yeah, I don't want to think about that, and I came here knowing that, but we have time, and as I said before, if we can't get it here, we will have another option.
Well, good luck this weekend. I'm sure we might see you celebrating soon.
Thank you very much.
And enjoy TikTok as well. Carby's TikToks are very good. I recommend it, Mayo.
I will.
And if you get it, make sure you download MotoGP and follow us on there.
I will.
Thank you. Good luck this weekend,
Bye-bye.
Mayo. Great to speak with Mayo Merigali there. And yeah, if you guys at home haven't got TikTok and you're not following MotoGP, then obviously wait until we finish with this live, but then get your phone out, download TikTok, give us a follow, because the guys back in Barcelona, our social media team, you know, they're pretty clever guys. Also, some of them are comedians, some of them not. You know, they're my friends, so I'm not going to give them lots of credit. But some of them come up with some good ideas. It'll make you giggle, which is what you want as well. Francesco Guidotti walks past us here, the Pramac boss. There was a spring in his step, and I'm not surprised as well after his performance on, well, yeah, his performance, you could say. Mostly, though, the performance of his riders, Johan Zarco and Jorge Martin, earlier on today. As we head further down pit lane, we can see just behind us the Aprilia box. Really disappointing news, unfortunately, to have to bring you. You might have seen, if you watch Free Practice 3, that Lorenzo Savadori crashed out during the opening stages. Unfortunately, he has been diagnosed with a fractured right collarbone, which is understandably ruled him out of action for the remainder of this weekend and for Portimao as well. He was hoping to make yet another wildcard appearance there, but sadly on home soil it's not gone to plan for Lorenzo Savadori, so we wish him all the best of luck on his recovery. I'm sure he'll be hoping to be able to get back in time for the Jerez test, which comes just 4 days after the season finale in Valencia. You can mark it in your diary now. Stay tuned on MotoGP.com, the only place to get the best coverage for the Jerez test, as we see a whole host of rookies get their first taste of MotoGP coverage, as a couple of our guests in the paddock come past, having a good natter, the pair of them, I'm not sure what about. But yeah, the Aprilia box here, Lorenzo Savadori unfortunately won't be riding, but it is worth mentioning, I think. Great to see Maverick Viñales back this weekend. We send all of our thoughts to the Viñales family after what has been no doubt an extremely difficult month for the number 12. He's got a cap this weekend with the 21 on there in memory of his late cousin Dean Berta Viñales. So it's just great to see him back and flying the flag for Aprilia on their home soil. Alessio Spargo doing a tremendous job as well inside the top 3 yesterday. He'll be hoping for further progress, but you know, this weekend has really been a bit of a roller coaster so far. We fully expect that it's going to be dry tomorrow, which means it's been wet on Friday, it's been wet on Saturday, and then suddenly the whole grid, from riders to teams to mechanics, everybody are thrown into the unknown with the temperatures so much cooler than what we were the last time we were here ahead of a race on Sunday, which is exactly the sort of drama, exactly the sort of intrigue that we like. These guys on the opposite side in pit lane hate it, but for me and you sat here watching, it's exactly what we want. As we close out with the LCR Honda squad, it's not been a weekend to remember so far for Taka Nakagami, struggling unfortunately. Alex Marquez has been chipping away though, so we might see him. Similarly, don't count out in these conditions. It goes without saying, the number 93 of Marc Marquez, your victor last time out in Austin. And if it's like this tomorrow, we don't expect it to be, but you never know. With the rains falling and then stopping, with dry patches here, wet patches there. For me, that sounds like the perfect recipe for Marc Marquez to shine here in Misano. But we'll have to wait and see. Coming up first though, qualifying later on. We've already told you Do not miss it. Fabio Quartararo and Pecco Bagnaia both in Q1 for the first time this year. It's unmissable stuff here in Misano. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time for another episode in Portimao.